Hello, this is Amy. Here you can see a few photos depicting the process of the creation of our tall white alien protection amulets. The amulets are formed of bare clay, which are basically formed, carved, more finely sculpted, fired for hardening, painted, and fired again, sometimes several times over, depending on the final desired design. Each custom piece is a powerful and protective work of art, which will last if handled with care. They are also great meditation aids. Email amytallwhite@gmail.com with your inquiries. Thank you.
Greetings, my human friends. This once more is Rudolph, the tall white alien. In the last video, I gave you some more specific instructions to a video which I made almost 7 years ago, the Whitechapel meditation video, which you can find a link in the last video I made. And that should be, if you are interested in spirituality and magic and creating a powerful world on your own, this should be a helpful tool. Today I want to conclude this small series of 3 videos starting 7 years ago, yesterday, and today. I give you some insights, not only how to meditate, which I have already done in the last video, but I give you some insights why it works and what you can expect when you practice this particular meditation, which is based on a very intense and thorough visualization. The whole trick is to be visualizing that white small chapel very, very in detail. Only then, when you should visit in your meditation visualization time, which should be daily, set aside at least for 15 or 20 minutes, if you want to, or if you are able to, even longer. You should set that time aside and visualize how you approach your small white chapel, how you clean the inside floor, how you will sit down comfortably and let that blue beam of light enter through the hole in the wall in front of you, and then from there enter the space between your eyebrows. All of this has been said. Also how you let your thoughts pass from one side of the chapel, where it will enter through a small window, and pass on the other. So the blue beam coming from the cosmos, the blue beam which is pure energy and the only real thing which exists for you, and the thoughts will cross each other. All this has been said before. And now I tell you what the next step is, and you will understand why it is so tremendously important to do. Once you are getting into the world of visualization, and for example, visualize your chapel and spend 15-20 minutes or more in it on a daily basis, then you are basically creating a reality. That chapel will be, after a certain amount of time, every day be a bit more real. The chapel will be a very known and very comfortable reality in your mind. a place you feel familiar with. You will know every stone in it, and as such, in your mind, and remember, this world you live in is purely made of mind. This will become a second reality. And the blue, fine but powerful energy beam, which will enter through that hole in the wall into your third eye. This beam you should concentrate on and hold. And now comes the point which I haven't told you before, and this is important. Listen carefully. Once you leave the chapel, you close the gate behind you, walk down the hill through the grass, and slowly enter your wake state, your normal wake state, your so-called reality. You should keep this beam in your mind between your eyebrows. You should carry this beam touching your third eye. You should keep it with you once you are in your normal daily wake state. Whatever you do, doing your dishes, going to work, driving your car, whatever it might be in your wake state, in your daily life, always in the back of your head, remember, this beam is still with you. And after a while, when you go to sleep at night, you might even have dreams which include this beam touching your third eye. So there we go. We have 3 states of mind, and they are only states of mind. Even the wake state, if it is a very real looking state, is nothing but a dream anyway. But that is the whole point. From your visualization to your wake state, to your sleep state, try over time, keep that in visualized blue beam touching your forehead. Walk around and always in the back of your head know there is this energy flowing into your third eye and opening it. This is so important because you might not always, through this magical operation, get instantly what you wish for. But over time, you will get exactly that, what your deepest subconscious needs. This opening of the third eye technique will give you exactly what you as a person need most. And even if it takes some time, you will see the results. And now I give you another secret. Even once you die, your last thoughts should be of this powerful energy beam coming towards you and entering your third eye. This should be your last thought, because even then, once you are gone, you will into the next dimension, into your next existence. Carry that beam with you. And I tell you another secret. This beam, this opening, this touching of the third eye is one way for you to create something real, something you created through all the dimensions, through all the states of mind, which are only yours. Nothing in this world lasts. nothing in visualization, nothing in your wake state lasts. Everything is constantly changing. Nothing in your dreams, which constantly changing from one reality into the other. Not even your life itself will stay. You will get into different dimensions, and there again things will change. But once you learn how to concentrate this power which coming right between your eyebrows, then this is the only eternal force which you created for yourself and behold and keep forever, no matter where your journey takes you. And this will be the pathway which you should follow, because it will bring you upwards in your development as a spiritual being. We, the tall white aliens, create the outlines of your world here on planet Earth and other places. But the real dreamers are not only we, but you for your individual self. And you can do it the way I have shown you. This is the most powerful way, one of many ways, but the most powerful way for the beginner, for the one who really wants to get something to hold on, which never ever changes. Once you keep this beam of energy entering your mind and you visualize it and keep this visualization, you created what is called gold. Rudolph of Germany.